Hello, welcome to Mondays with Mary. Today I just want to very simply lay out advocate, mediatrix, and co-redemptrix. We've talked about all these words, but I want to lay them out in a quick little summary so that it's clear that what we are talking about, and it'll help us as we move forward with Mondays with Mary. So first of all is advocate. Our Lady is an advocate. She advocates between us and God. She takes our prayers and she presents them to the Father. She prays for us. As a loving mother, she intercedes for us. Now this intercession and advocacy are basically one and the same thing. And we see this at the wedding feast at Cana. Our Lady sees a need and she intercedes, asking Jesus to fulfill that need. And Jesus, of course, listens. And so Mary continues to carry out this role of seeing a need and interceding with Jesus, and Jesus then carrying it out and helping us to continue to do his will. So advocate, and then we have mediatrix. Now mediatrix basically works the opposite way. Where advocacy goes from us to God, mediation properly goes from God to us. And so just as all graces come to us from the God, they come to us through the Blessed Mother. This is what it means to be mediatrix. And this does not mean that she is at all the source of grace. It just means, as as Saint Bernard once said, she's like an aqueduct through which all the graces come. And it isn't by necessity, a direct necessity, but because God has willed it as a more perfect way of bringing about salvation. And so Jesus remains the one sole mediator, but Mary again shares in that role of mediation and is therefore mediatrix in a very unique and particular way because of her role and her predestination as the Mother of God. Then finally we have the co-redemptrix. Again, the IX is because she's female. Co is not equal to, but co means cooperating. So just like in the mediation, Mary shares in the mediation of Jesus Christ. So Mary, in a particular and unique role, in a unique way, participates in the redemption of mankind by her sharing in the suffering, death, and ultimately resurrection of Jesus in a way that only she could, because she is the Mother of God. And she shares in that suffering and therefore is a co-redemptrix. Now again, all of this does not mean that Mary is the first cause, the only cause of anything good that comes to us. But she plays a subordinate role, just as Eve played a subordinate role in our fall, but yet a very real role. So Mary plays a subordinate role in our salvation, but a very real role. And we describe this role through calling her the advocate, mediatrix, and co-redemptrix. So next week we are going to start looking at different types of Mary from the Old Testament, and we'll see how these roles begin to play out and are evidenced from Scripture and through the teachings of the Church. Okay? God bless, and see you next Monday.